YouTube recommended me this video. I've never actually been given a YouTube recommendation from Breaking Points. I know we talk about them way too much. It's just their format is really good to tear into. It's just really good for that. It's just reliable. Very consistent. Ah. Of course, Crystal Ball isn't here because Crystal Ball is off getting married right now. So it's Ryan Grimm. The title, Tucker declares war on Fox News with Megyn Kelly backing. I just want to see if there's any new info because as I understood it, Tucker Carlson can't really backtalk Fox News because there's an Oppo file that they'll dump on him if he does. So I don't know. Let's see.
Let's go ahead to the media block here. Tucker Carlson. Interesting release from Axios. Let's go ahead and put this up there on the screen. They say, quote, scoop, Tucker Carlson is ready to torch Fox News.
Really?
That includes the very first quote from Tucker Carlson's lawyer. He says the idea that anyone is going to silence Tucker and prevent him from speaking to his audience is beyond preposterous. Much of this comes to effectively a contract dispute now at this point, where Carlson's contract runs, according to insiders, up until 2025. The issue is that they are still paying his contract. It's called, what is it, pay for not play or what? Pay
like
to,
that,
whatever.
yes.
Pay to not play.
It sure is crazy how wealthy people operate by entirely different rules, you know? Every time you hear about, like, wealthy people in labor disputes, it's the most, like, holy shit, who cares stuff in the universe because everyone gets off winning anyway.
Where because they are still fulfilling the legal terms of his contract by paying him his salary and not having him on the air, he's kind of in some sort of programmatic lockup. Now, what happens in January 2025? Oh, right. It's after the 2024 election. So there is a lot of speculation that Fox is actually dragging out any legal negotiation with Tucker and his team because they believe...
My mom works at Fox, and he said there's strong rumors that he sexually harasses women regularly. That's not a rumor. There are literally pending lawsuits against Fox News because of that. That's not a rumor. That's enshrined in court documents. Yeah, there have been allegations and confirmations of said allegations and payoffs and everything else about like hostile sexist work environment. Yeah, like yeah. I mean more than what is out in the open. Ah, I see. So double sexual harassment. I gotcha. Well, that would be a shocker to me. Yeah, Fox News won't hire you unless you're willing to sexually assault your female coworkers.
That they might benefit from silencing him, from keeping any future voice of his or project of his to go up so that they have time to rebuild the millions of people that they have lost in his time slot. Remember this, they have the worst ratings since pre-9/11 in Fox primetime right now. It's a horrific nightmare content place that is happening over there. Some of this also was leaked to the New York Times. Clearly, there's a lot of back and forth.
So wait, hold on. Then how is he getting ready to torch Fox News? If this isn't until January 2025, what are we talking about then? What's the information?
Going on behind the scenes between Tucker and his team. Put it up there on the screen. It says Tucker Carlson wants to return to Fox TV before 2025. Will Fox let him? Basically, the speculation is this. Either Fox will just drag it out and say, no, we're not going to negotiate with you all. We have you completely within the terms of the contract. Or we may just not pay you. He might have to forfeit all of his salary, not have some sort of exit package the way that Megyn Kelly had. There's been a lot of crazy disclosures happening from behind the scenes of these videos. We've covered some of them. I know you guys have as well. His text messages. I mean, Fox claims they're not leaking it, but it's so, I mean, what?
It's not Tucker.
Come on.
It's
Yeah.
Tucker
He's going to leak his, first.
Maybe Dominion leaking it just
he
for
wouldn't.
fun.
How would they have access to the
No,
video?
they don't have the, they don't have, and they also don't have the redacted text.
The banned video, it only exists in one place, people. Fox servers. It doesn't take a genius to figure this out.
I love that it went to Media Matters.
Right, yeah, they were, of course they gave it to Media Matters. It's genius. I mean, in many ways.
What the fuck kind of speculation is? I don't know. The texts, the racist text where he was like, this isn't how white men should behave, wasn't that from the Dominion lawsuit? Was that even a leak? Wasn't that just part of the court discovery? Yeah. What is the leak? I don't even know. I do think it's funny how they know that their audience is so far right that they can just like assume knowledge on all these subjects and just sort of race through it really quick. Normally they don't do that. They're normally very like introductory.
that they're allies because they're like, oh, well, we would never do it. And then they sent some sort of like cease and desist letter to cover up their tracks. It's just laughable. It's obviously you. We all know what you're doing.
It was redacted, though. The leak is that the text was unredacted. Okay, gotcha. So it came out in Discovery, but not in a readable format. And then yeah, okay, gotcha.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know why they think it's working. If anything, the right is only coalescing even more around Tucker, and they don't think that Fox is legit.
They don't understand their audience if they think that that's going to hurt Tucker.
Exactly.
With that audience.
Yeah, it's just so foolish to even think about. But I think it comes back to the fact is legally it is a bind, you know, because they do have him within the terms of the contract, and they basically have to acquiesce to letting him go. And
How
to
is this
do
declaring
his
war?
own thing. We have seen people who are on his side, people like Megyn Kelly, actually come out and go after Fox and has actually been telling Tucker to take them to court. She says Tucker should walk away and forfeit the pay. Let Fox take him to court over the sole issue of silencing him for the rest of the election season. The man they fired and smeared relentlessly while he stayed silent. See how their dwindling audience repays them for that. So that would, of course, be like trial of the century, right?
No, not really. At all? This is a pretty standard contract for a broadcaster, entertainer, or performer of any kind. The idea of like, okay, and until the contract is fulfilled, you can't you can't work for any competing network, or you can't like do any other thing that contradict. Like that's like really, really, really normal. That's industry standard basically. I don't think that would be trial of the century. Is this it? Did I get clickbaited? Is this video literally just saying Tucker Carlson might have an interest in reneging the contract with Fox News? The like normal contract that you would expect somebody like Tucker to have? Is there anything more to this? What does this have to do with declaring war?
Tucker, Fox takes
I've been baited.
Tucker to court explicitly to keep him within the terms of the contract. But at the very least, you know, big time media battle gearing up here. Also, can I just say this? Non-competes are BS and they should be illegal.
Yeah,
Crystal and I had a real problem. Yeah, I'm 100% behind it. Crystal and I can't talk too much about it. Had a real issue with non-competes. Had a breaking points and all that caused us a hell of a lot of stress. And it's not even just about
I don't disagree, by the way. Non-competes are bullshit.
Us. We're fine. There are a lot of people out there, you know, we've spoken previously about like grocery store chains. We're like, yeah, if you bag for us, you can't go bag for somebody. It's like, screw you on a legal principle.
Jimmy John's had them.
Jimmy John's, that's exactly right. That's what I was thinking of. It's screw you. You do not dictate where I work elsewhere.
Right.
You pay me to perform a service, and that's it. Everything else beyond that is a matter of my individual liberty. So it really bothers me. It'd
be amazing if a worker was like, I will take this job, but you cannannot hire another worker if I leave.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect.
They'd be like, that's insane.
Yeah.
That's not how this works.
This is I cannot believe how hard I got clickbaited here. Holy shit.
Like, oh, okay, cool. Then I'm not stuck. Where
he's gone, they're leaking his text messages and behind the scenes mastermind who determines Fox. It's very like Roger Ailes in terms of we wield power. But what they don't understand is you're not.
This is pretty obvious clickbait. I didn't know if there was some new info.
Not the only place to go anymore. Nobody cares at this point whether they get to go on cable television or not. I know a lot of young people who are coming up in the media industry. Not one of them still cares about going on cable. Whenever we were coming up, Ryan, it was the only way.
Right. Yeah.
It was the only.
Nah, that's not true. There are young conservatives who get on Tucker Carlson's show before he got fired all the time. People still want to get on cable. They just don't dream of building a career in cable. They want cable as like a platform to boost their other media projects. But that's like, yeah, that's still using cable. Cable is dying though. That is true.
Only opportunity that we had. But the moment the internet happened, I jumped ship. I can tell you that. You know, in terms of my opportunity, so did a lot of people. Like,
I remember getting a couple angry calls back in the day from Irina Brigante. She's a real screamer, and that's kind of weird.
Yes.
Hey guys, ready or not? 20.
Okay, I just got clickbaited so fucking hard. I got clickbaited so goddamn hard, man. Holy shit. Well, you know, you live and you learn. Live and learn. And on the. Does anyone else feel like, Live and Learn and the other like popular Sonic songs are the only cringe part of the franchise that actually looks good in retrospect. Like, so much other stuff in Sonic is cringe in a way that comes off as like awkward and unintentional. But the like, like it's cringe, yeah. But it's cringe in like this beautiful, earnest way that like elevates everything it's associated with. You know what I mean? And maybe it's the difference between like parody and camp. No, not parody and camp. Maybe it's the difference between like, you have to own it, right? I don't know. You have to commit is the important thing. Man, I don't want to talk about the shooting. I'm going to just disagree. Sonic songs are the franchise. Kind of.